All right, back with lesson B4. So here we're going to be multiplying rational numbers. Remember, rational numbers are fractions or decimals. So, a couple examples. Again, I feel this is probably one of the easiest chapters, especially if you understand the positive negative symbol sign rule. This is just basically review. So feel free to go through here, pause, see what they're doing, and I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 through 4 at the bottom. So multiplying rational numbers. You're going to follow the same rules you did when you were multiplying integers, and I just did my smiley face pictorial here. Two signs that are the same are going to remain positive answer. When you have two signs that are different, your answer is going to remain negative. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. You can use a calculator, and really if you use your calculator with all the functions, I'm just using my phone, all you need is a simple calculator. You don't need any complicated one. You can just type in exactly what you're seeing. So here, if you're following these rules, I know my answer is going to be negative. And then you can just multiply like normal, or just type it in exactly what you see. 5 1/10, that's a negative. And then I'm going to multiply that by 1.8. Negative, I knew my answer is going to be negative. 9 18/100. Number 2, 6 3/10, make it negative. Here I'm going to have two negative numbers, so I know automatically my answer is going to be positive, but let's just see what the calculator does. Times that by 0.6, make it negative. And there you go, positive 3 78/100. Here we got fractions. Calculator's not going to work. So looking here, I have two negatives. I know my answer is going to become positive. I can't cross cancel anything, so I'm just going to multiply like normal. 4 times 2 is going to give me 8. 5 times 3 is going to give me 15. Two negatives make it a positive. Done. Over here I got to do mad face to turn them into improper fractions. I have a positive and a negative, so my answer is going to be a negative. This is going to be what? 4 times 2 is 8, 9 halves times, and I'm just going to ignore the symbol because I know my answer is going to be negative. 6 7 thirds. Can't cross cancel anything, so 9 times 7 is 63 over 6, and I can divide both by 3. That's going to give me a 2. That's going to give me what? 3 can go into 6 2 times and 1 time. And now 2 can go into 21 10 times, and I have 1 left over. So I'm just going to bring that up here with my negative 10 and a half. Negative 10 and a half. That's it. Again, hopefully you're finding this nice and easy as we're ending the school year. All right. So now coming over on the next page, 369, we have properties to multiply rational numbers. So again, just following the order of operations. And then we just have to apply those positive and negative symbols. So pause it, see what they're doing here, follow the steps that they're using, see how they're getting their answer. I'm going to just show you 2 examples. All right, the first one has fractions, so I can't use a calculator. Oh, but if you look very carefully, remember, when you're multiplying, it doesn't matter what you multiply first. So before I even convert this, I'm noticing this and this are reciprocals. So can't I just cross cancel all of this? and I'd be left with a -1. -1 times 7 7/8 is just going to be -7 7/8. So that one is really easy. So look for those little tricks like I just showed you. If not, you can certainly do mad face here, turn this into an improper fraction, multiply everything out. You're still going to get the same answer though. So again, I just did the shortcut using what I know with reciprocals, cross-canceled, and got my answer right away. Now over here, I'm just going to use my calculator since I can, and I'm just going to type it in. All of this is multiplication, so I'm just going to multiply everything using my calculator. So 7 2/100, that's a negative. I'm going to times that by my 0.1, times that by my 100, and then times that by 10, make that negative, and I get a positive 702. And if you don't want to worry about putting in the symbols, the negative or positive, well, obviously don't put in a positive, but if I'm multiplying everything out, this negative by a positive would be a negative, negative times a positive would be a negative, negative times negative would be a positive. Basically, this negative and this negative are gonna give you a positive answer, and these two positive numbers are going to give you a positive answer, and that's why your answer is positive. And that's a wrap for this week again. Short and sweet. We got, next week we'll be finishing up B5 and then taking our test, and we'll be done. So have a great week, guys.